Westworld made huge waves this year and brought HBO back to the spotlight. The epic series takes place inside a theme park where patrons live out their wildest Western fantasies. But why did Jonathan Nolan, Lisa Joy, and J.J. Abrams decide to set the park in the West? Granted, yes, this is based on Michael Crichton's film of the same title, but his work also includes a medieval world and a Roman world. So again, why does this work focus solely on the West? The answer: there is no other setting more ingrained in the American zeitgeist. The Western has remained a crucial part of cinema culture since the dawn of film. So, how does one genre have the same impact today as it did 113 years ago? Why are we still drawn to the Wild West time and time again? The answer takes us back to 1845, where John O'Sullivan coined the term manifest destiny. In an argument for annexation of Texas and war with Mexico, O'Sullivan said that it is our manifest destiny to overspread the continent allotted by Providence with free development of our yearly multiplying millions. Essentially, it is America's fate to occupy as much land as possible to spread our good American democracy and ideals. This captures what historians refer to as the Age of Expansion, an era between the War of 1812 and the Civil War, where America gained Texas, Oregon, California, and much of what is the United States today. This is the historical basis for the myth of the West. Expansion led to people traveling west in search of fortune and freedom. This was fueled by the Gold Rush, the Transcontinental Railroad, and the end of the Civil War. So, Westerns are at their core patriotic. There's nothing more American than the West. The frontier was settled by true Americans sacrificing the comforts of back home to tame an uncivil land for the good of the country. Or, at least that's how the myth goes. It's important to point out that America's fascination with the West was not created by cinema. It was around long before in Wild West shows and popular books. Hollywood just capitalized on the myth and brought it to life. The other reason for our obsession is the idea of the rugged cowboy. The cowboy is America's ideal man, an image of perfect masculinity. Prior to that, it was the Southern genteel, which was stomped out with the Civil War. Western men are strong, gritty, and brave. They fight, and hunt, and survive.
They tell me you're a man with true grit.
Think John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, Charles Bronson. The myth of the cowboy goes far beyond the Western, but its origins are here. Sure, there are strong women in the Western genre, but some of them are strong despite the environment they're in, and some of them find strength because of it. But make no mistake, this is a man's world.
Just who do you think you're talking to? And who are you calling Muttonhead?
And let's be specific, this is a white man's world. Not to say most of cinema for the past 100 years hasn't been about white men, but the Western is the one place the white man's position of power is historically guaranteed. There are some recent films that do a great job breaking against that mold, but you can't deny the mold is there.
Hey! The sheriff is near! What are you saying? The sheriff is near!
The last reason people are so drawn to the myth of the West is the unbridled freedom. Historically, as people ventured out west, there was very little government presence, which meant much of the law and order of the land was left to the people settling it. This lawlessness gave way to the idea of a Wild West. The West offers escapism to a time and place where you were left to your own devices. Justice wasn't served by courts and laws, but by citizens who took matters into their own hands. Revenge was the masculine act of righting a wrong on your own terms. This is what makes the genre so pervasive, and the Romanticism is tied to very literal images. That's why Westerns were so popular in Poverty Row. They're easy to remake over and over again. Swap out characters and plots, but the setting remains the same, and the setting is what we're drawn to. Even the way Westerns were produced in the Poverty Row exemplifies this. The same actors were used again and again with the same sets and the same costumes. You can see a little of that still today.
Something you like?
A couple of things at least. But I'm gonna make you beg for it, darling.
Come ahead.
This is also why westerns are so easily combined with other genres. It's not a combination of themes or narratives, but of literal aesthetics. And not just cowboy hats and horses either. Current westerns have to respect the visual style and feel of the genre. You have to take into account the cinematic history of the western, or else it's a bomb. Finally, all this shows us why the genre has remained generally unchanged over 113 years. Although the characters and stories vary, the images and styles that remind us of the myth of the West are constant.